Hello, this is Cara. Thought it was about time I posted another video, being such a long time since I did so. Consequently, I've chosen one of the mini albums that I'm currently working on to give a bit of a project update. This particular one is a file folder album, thanks to, I just need to look up her name, thanks to, I don't have her proper name, but Tidbliga 75. I'll put the link to the tutorial that she gave that shows how to construct the file folder album. It's also the first time I've used the stacked deck binding technique, and I must say it really is a nice, neat finish. I've yet to put a cover on this, so it's completely encased. So what you're seeing is the inside of the mini album. But I thought before too many more weeks go by, I might just post what it is I've done so far. Well, the papers that I've used in this paper that you're looking at is actually a Kaisercraft 75 cents paper. But as I've progressed through the album, I have used some other papers. Hopefully when I do part 2, which is the finished product of this, I will have rediscovered what all the papers were that I've used. I've been a bit slack in not recording them. Anyways, the other thing I did a little bit differently from what Tidbliga indicated was I've only used the double-sided cardstock, so it doesn't have a real strength to it, but I'm endeavouring to add to that by adhering stiff black cardstock, etc., with the different pages that I'm adhering to each of them as I go through. So what you're seeing here is literally you'd open up the front cover, and then this would be your first end paper would be here, and then this would be the front cover. So I've yet to label anything here, but as you can see, the file folder is actually just what it says. I did use the Kaisercraft 75 cents paper, as I said before. It's a double-sided cardstock, very pretty, and as you can see, I've got the pockets here. You can see in there the pockets, the tabs. That one's actually an insert I've put in. So you've actually got there and there with the tabs inside. So, and what I'm using this for is actually for a one of the families in my family history, with some of the photographs that I've got. So I'm gradually working my way through the family and just finding odd bits and pieces as I go along, which is probably why it's taking me so long. Anyways, the stacked deck hinge has worked really well, and the file folder. So you can see here, the stacked deck hinge is really quite neat when you look at it. It's quite spectacular. The stacked deck hinge, of course, is Laura Dennison's technique, and I'll put the link to her technique at the end of the video. So I've got here a series of, I've got 6 all up, a series of file folder pages. This page, this is all still a work in progress. So I have started to put some photos in using embellishments from different packs. I haven't put the labels on yet for those, my great-grandfather and great-grandmother. This is just still the Kaisercraft paper, nothing more I've done to that yet. You can see I've got the pocket there. I then started to move to using the idea of the different flaps. So what I've started to do is add, using the flap, got to repair that a bit, using the flap to hide, I guess, the photographs, and the stories that go with the photos will be in these pockets here. I've done a similar thing with this particular one. I've just used photocopies actually of photographs. I've kept the real ones. I haven't finished this page yet. This one I've used the photo corners That one closes up. It is quite flimsy, but as I'm adding extra bits and pieces, so this is another file folder. We've got another page that opens up that I'll be putting some photographs on. This one, I think this is not Kaiser Craft 75. This is another paper which I'll have to find the name for. And this is where I've started to add a few more pockets of things, which I'll go through in a minute. So you can see here I haven't added the tabs on here yet. I haven't addressed that. But for example, in this particular one, I've just covered I think it was one I showed in an earlier blog post. I've just used one of the craft envelopes and made another pocket here, as well as put that there for some journaling, and that will just tuck away nicely into that front little section there. And at the back here, if I've got this particular person in the family tree I'm going to be using, I've redone the photo holders, yet to finish that off. So this is just more of the file folder application. There's another one here with the pretty butterflies, nice pockets in here. Here's some more little snapshot holders I've made from the photocopies of the old snapshot folders I used to have, which I'll use for the person I'm doing there. And this is the last page here, and another flap over to do that, and then you'll have the back end paper, and then all that will come together. So I think the stack deck technique has worked really well for this particular one. I've got six file folders there, and as I said, I've yet to make the covers for them. And what I'm starting to do is add in the insert, so that happens to be the family one of that, and that will be going in this particular sleeve here, and behind my great-grandparents there, to show their family and all their children. So that's the progress to date. Hopefully the next time, and not too many weeks away, I will have finished the whole album and be able to show you the entire thing, which should be wonderful if I can last the distance. Thanks for watching. Bye.